What's up guys, ShijiAK here, back for another VOD review. Today we're reviewing a game from the Chinese LCQ. This player is named, it's ShijiAK. It's like, I guess in Chinese, ShijiAK, and then I don't know what AK is. Yeah. And we can care about Namzi. I watched the beginning of this VOD already, so it's Crit Mirage. I don't think Namzi's gonna end up mattering too much. Okay. So something really interesting here. Like I said, I watched like the first few minutes of this VOD. Immediately just sells the Olaf. He says, fuck it. This makes some amount of sense, right? We had a rod drop. I don't know if he immediately made that call or if he's just not interested in playing Olaf, but it's pretty reasonable. I found that without like a giga high roll, I think Olaf is not that great, whereas just holding these other units seems much better. So it's an interesting idea to just not even play around the early Olaf drop. And then another possibility here, right? He can make 10 gold here, but holding onto the Jax pair makes a ton of sense. He would be able to sell the Jax pair this, and still hold on to the Ezreal 2 and the Shyvana, but he opts to just hold on to the Jax pair because I think a lot of people have noticed, and like I had a video out on the channel last week about Shimmer Scale. People have just noticed that Shimmer Scale is too strong, so he's just gonna hold Shimmer units. I would hold this Malphite. Yeah, okay. Makes perfect sense. All right. Shapeshifter Soul. All right, I think these are souls at least. It's like not even an augment. So, you know, not too much to say about that. I'm gonna turn down my audio is too loud for me. And then Cyber early is just like pretty bad. Oh shit, thank you for the follow, Zunal. GG. And also, I don't know if you guys can hear that motorcycle outside. Anyway, Cyber, not very good. He has an Ezreal too, so I think consistency actually makes a lot of sense here. We also have the Jax pair, so I mean, even if you like lose the first and then streak from there, it actually seems pretty reasonable. And I also think the two other augments just kind of both suck. So yeah. Oh, I accidentally unmuted. I didn't know it was unmuted. But yeah. He's also scouting around to see, I mean, I guess one, if anyone else took consistency, and two, just to get a sense for the rest of the lobby. Now, I mean, here's a high roll. We hit Jax 2 here, which is insane. I mean, you immediately level for Jax here, and I thought it was kind of nutty how he did this, but he gets everything in at the last second, which is really, really important. Immediately, of course, you slam the JG on the Ezreal 2, and your board looks insane from this spot, right? Yeah, I mean, hitting the Jax 2 is huge. Future levels, we can potentially get in Guardian, we can get in perhaps like a Twitch. Twitch would be very good. Love the vids, help me climb to D2. Yo, congrats on D2. I'm happy the videos could help. But yeah, we're playing this sport for now. We leveled early, so there's no chance of going for like an Ezreal reroll angle. Oh, and this, again, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? You want to go to 5 here. I was actually interested by the idea to play 2 Guardians. You could theoretically... We have 1, 2, 3 Bruisers here. You could just like play Malphite here and think about getting to like a 4 Bruisers angle. But he just opts to play the Guardians, which makes a lot of sense. It's the strongest board right now, which is what you have to play with this augment. So that makes perfect sense. But I mean, you always level here, right? It's we have consistency augment. Keeping the win streak is the most important thing in the world. I mean, you can scout, but if there are any fights that you're even close to losing, you should always level here. And leveling also gives you a higher chance of like high rolling some unit that can help you win streak. You know, if you get like a Deja or something, you can just slap JG on that, and then your board is insane. So it makes perfect sense. You level for the Guardian here. We do end up dropping out of Guild, but Guardian buff is stronger than Guild buff. But see, like even this fight is really close. If we don't level, it's very reasonable that we lose this fight. I'm interested by him holding Vladimir here, but it doesn't like really matter. And so, okay, so we have Lee Sin in shop, which you could easily get in his Tempest. Once again, I've spoiled this VOD for myself, so I know what he does here, but think about what you would do here. He fits in Lee Sin plus Zeri for more backline, and once again, this makes perfect sense if you actually think about it in terms of playing strongest board. We have a Jax to his frontline. We don't actually really need the extra frontline from the Guardians. We need is more damage. The Tempest is going to provide a ton of utility by shocking all the enemy units and amping our Ezreal's damage, and the Zeri is also going to provide a lot of damage. Hey, what's up, Stormageddon? But yeah, like this plays really good as well. Like I was blown away by this early game. I mean, it's a bit high roll, but it's also very, very well played. So I really like this. And then once we get to the mid game, I want to watch the VOD. But I watched the beginning of this and I was blown away by it. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta do a VOD review of this. Is the top Chinese player usually watching? No, it's a different player. This is a game from the Chinese Last Chance Qualifier for their regionals, I believe. I was looking at this. I actually forgot what he takes here. I believe he takes Recost Cloak, which I mean, it can be. It sort of depends on what we want to angle for here. With JG, we don't really want to play Mirage. It's actually kind of tough to see what we angle for here. Oh no, he gets this. For some reason, I thought. Oh no, okay. He gets Giant Spill. I mean, Giant Spill makes perfect sense, right? Very flexible frontline item. But yeah, it's this is a player who did well because it was aired like this morning, basically my time. It's the Kaisen here, of course, over the Zeri. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's he got second overall. I was trying to look at the VODs for the person who got first, but I couldn't find them, so just watching this guy's VODs. And I watched game one, and I watched part of game one, and he like played pretty well. And then I started watching this game, and I was like, wait, this game's crazy. It's a Nasus and a Volibear. I mean, you can always fit Volibear in here. And then, I mean, the idea is that like we're playing consistency. It's very reasonable to actually like level up here for this Nasus, right? Especially with the Shimmer Scale item. This is another one of the other things that blew me away. Like, this is clean gameplay. Like, he scouts all of his opponents. Literally 3 seconds left. He waits to build the Nasus to not give that info. Like, this is stuff that I was thinking about when I started playing TFT. I was like, why don't people do this? Why do people give other people the information that they're like building Nasus to, or that they have Nasus to? Because if you buy this before the end of the round, then everyone can scout your board and see, oh shit, he has a Nasus too. He might play that. He might level for that. But if you wait until the last second to buy this, then people don't know that you have Nasus too, and they're more surprised when you level up, right? They don't think like maybe he doesn't level up for the Nasus one, but Nasus 2, you definitely level up for. So with 3 seconds left, picks up Nasus and full sends the level and levels up for it. So pretty. And it's a Gold Mancer staff, which is really, really good from this spot. So, I mean, that's just like clean play that I want to start to, like, that's just stuff that you don't do out of like laziness, but like when you're actually in like one of these quite serious tournaments, it's like, I mean, you have to do stuff like that, right? Was just watching your vids while playing, first time catching you live, hell yeah. Okay, and then we pop the Goldmancer staff off here. I mean, it's still gonna go on Ez, right? The idea here, though, is that you can take out the Lee Sin so that your board does a little bit less damage. I mean, Twitch is also very good, but you don't want a Dragonmancer unit in here because you want Ezreal to get as many kills on Krugs as possible. That's another like tiny optimization there, but you want the JG Goldmancers on Ez, and you want him to deal as much damage as possible so that he can potentially farm here. Yeah. You have potential Hodge drop. I mean, you could even slam Hodge CZ Rot. I just don't know exactly what you're playing here. I mean, I guess the idea ideally is like a fast 9. You have a link for this VOD? Yes. Here you go. And since this will be a YouTube VOD, I'll try to include it, but if I don't, then someone in the YouTube comments, and this is a VOD, shout me out. Like, let me know. I can't make gold here. Okay, this is something I also thought was really interesting. He plays the Twitch over Lee Sin here. We're getting to about the point where I stopped watching because I was like, this VOD's too nutty. But yeah, I'm surprised about the Twitch over Lee Sin here. I mean, and you always slam Static Shiv here, right? That's what I was thinking when I watched it for the first time. You always slam Static Shiv. It's just the best early game item from this spot. Because, of course, you still want to play for win streak. So yeah, always Static Shiv slam. You saw the Skarner there to make 30. It's so pretty. Okay, now this is where I was like, oh shit. Man, thanks for the content, been trying better, and it's helped a lot. Almost Diamond. Hear from your videos on YouTube, which I really enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Very sweet. So these augments slam picks the pay to win. Holy moly. Like, I didn't even get to see his other options here. I mean, Bruiser Crest, not very good. Ascension's pretty reasonable, but oh my god, the pay to win slam pick, which if you haven't played with this augment before, the way that it works is every round, if you reroll at least once, it buffs your Shimmer Scale units and your units holding Shimmer Scale items. It increases their damage by like 30%, 35%, 30. Oh, Pog, you guys found your cat storm again. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good to hear. That's dope. Holy moly. That's a relief. Yeah, no, I do remember that. Okay. And he can also even send it to 7 here because he's so fucking rich. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Hair tag on her collar. These are things I don't think about because I don't own a pet. But yeah, like, see, he rolled there. At the beginning of the round, there was this big little gold animation on these 4 units. They all get their damage amped. Makes perfect sense, actually, to win streak. But I haven't taken this augment personally because I'm always, like, pivoting out of Shimmer Scale, so it's really cool to see this. I've been forcing Astral the last 8 games and try to get Astral as a win con, just prone to gold. Do you think I should go full Astral all the time? By the way, great content. I like Astral early game to generate econ and then pivot out of it. Oh, and if he it's the fucking Itis here. I mean, yeah, it's a slightly high roll game, but also just like, come on, this game's too fun to watch. We get the Itis here. Fit Bruiser in here because we definitely want to fit Itis in. You always fit in the Twitch too. The Raven's Axe makes perfect sense. We can even make 20 gold here. It's so gross. What's up, Holy Nexus? But yeah. Oh, to the Astral thing though, yeah, I basically just like it early game and then pivot out of it. I don't really like playing Astral late game, just because I feel like it falls off compared to like a lot of the other strong comps. Like you can just have like Nidalee or Varus hold AD items, or you can have like Lux hold AP items, then you end up pivoting into like another comp. Okay, but yeah, okay. So in this game, so this is about where I stopped watching because I was like, holy shit, like this is insane. Hey, thanks for the follow. Are we feeling better? I'm feeling a bit better. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm mostly there. Okay, so we have Glove here that we can make into like IE or something for like IGG. I'm most interested in finishing out this tank item because we can't really slam the Glove anywhere good. So I'd love like a Warmogs, maybe like a ZZ Rot, even a Sunfire seems reasonable. I like Sunfire here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Sad that it's on a 1 cost and we can't take the cloak. Oh my god, Itis Pair? It's kind of awkward that you have to buy it and roll, because you want to just leave it in your shop, but you need to get the value of pay to win. Oh, and something interesting as well that I noticed this game is that he keeps his stuff like so far back, right? Oh shit, thank you for the resub, Kongs. Here's to really enjoy the content. Have a good stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I find this positioning really interesting. But yeah, like, I mean, we make 30 here. I mean, this game is so gross, right? And it's so just like fun to watch him play for streak, all of these like really aggressive plays. We have a Jace here. I mean, you can't level, you literally can't level, but it's pretty reasonable to hold it. I'm interested about holding, yeah, you don't hold the Olaf, right? You don't even hold the Jace because it's gonna cost you some extra AP and AD. And you can figure out what you're gonna play later, honestly. But like Jace seems like a pretty reasonable next level. It'll also just be like Kiana or something. I don't know, Lee Sin would be best, right? We don't have Volibear in though. Oh, he really sells the Volibear here as well. Okay, so he's committed. Wait, does he pivot out of gold? No, I mean, I guess late game, what he's gonna do is he's just gonna play Itis plus like Aoshin or Asol or something, and then use pay to win for a huge damage amp on his carry. Makes a lot of sense. You buy out the shop here is another like tiny optimization, but this guy does like every single thing. Another tiny optimization, he buys out the entire shop here to reduce his unit stats so that the fight will last a little bit longer and he can get more Draven's Axe stacks. It does mean that Ezra will do a little bit less damage, but Ez is always going to one-shot these units anyway, right? Okay, and now he sells everything, because why not, after the fight ends. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you always go 8 here. What did he end up adding? The Lee Sin. But he doesn't have Volibear anymore, so you can't get the... But I mean, that's fine. You wouldn't really want to play Volibear over this. It's kind of silly that we still have this Skarner in. Any tips for busing through Plat 1 to Diamond? I think just get familiar with like 1 or 2 comps. Get really familiar with those. I think like below Master Tier, a lot of it is like really fundamental things. And by just focusing on 1 or 2 comps, you can make the game a lot more straightforward for yourself. And then you can focus on those fundamental skills. You know, like making econ, when to level, and win streaking, and blue streaking, and all that stuff. Immediately rerolls that. I mean, I think that makes perfect sense from his spot. I mean, you don't want this, you don't want this, you don't want this. I think it's actually a mistake, though. Prior to rolling this, shouldn't he take out Ezreal? You don't want Swift Shot tailored augments. You don't want Tempest tailored augments, right? I think this is actually a mistake. You could theoretically take a Shimmer Scale tailored augment, like Shimmer Scale +1 is good, but you should take the Ezreal out here. Yeah. This guy plays fast, but what you can do is if you take out like these units and then you reroll, it'll look at your board and say, oh, you don't have Swift Shot in? I'm not going to give you a Swift Shot augment. So prior to rerolling this, just put Ezreal on your bench, put Ezreal Twitch, and like Lee Sin on your bench, and then reroll. Even maybe like Guardians. You could take out like your entire board basically. So you do want the you do want to have units. You want 3 units with items on them because that gives you the chance of seeing the cybernetic augments. Okay, rerolls. I mean, we've kind of whack items, but I mean, Ionic Spark's not bad. It's not really that great. I mean, it's actually a really good Shiv item late game. You can take Second Wind. I mean, like all of these seem fine to me. Like this one kind of speaks to me. There's a lot of like really good late game options. The problem is we can't really put them on Ez unless we pop off their Rod. I mean, we can't. Zanya's the one I'm thinking of that we can't put on Ez. You could also just take Item and Grab Bag. I'm actually stuck between all these 3. I think they're all fine. Probably not. No, I mean, they all seem fine to me. I'm like, if I were in this spot, what would I take here? Probably this, because I want to build better items. Because these, I'm not really happy about any of the slams from here. But I would like to slam some good LA. You could get a Gargoyles or a TG or even like an Archangels. I'm interested to see what he takes here. Forge? Oh. He's thinking on it. This seems very close, but he hovered over these 2, so maybe he's not taking this. Okay, he does take Forge. Eternal Winter, yeah, I mean that's really. Oh my God, wait, he hit a Ashen on 8. Do you pivot out of the Ez here? This is something that I never know. Like I sometimes feel like Ez 2 might be stronger than like Asol 1. He has to put this on. You can put it on Jax. Interesting. Doesn't Jax Doesn't Jax dodging these autos mean that it doesn't proc this? Because it doesn't proc things like Titans or the important one is Mogul's Mail. So I feel like it's better on Itis actually. But I mean it is a 2-star Jax. And he's not always ulting. It kind of looked like they got stunned there, but I don't know if that was after autoing. Like autoing after the E went down or the ability went down. Holy moly. Okay. I mean, I would just buy these 2. It's gonna lose us, and the Rakan, it's gonna lose us a lot of AP, but that's okay. It'll just make the transition way easier. We're 91 HP. Don't we just chill through the rest of this stage? Oh, he sells the Asol. This is kind of reasonable. I mean, you're always gonna be JG plus the Goldmancer's staff. Is it gonna be IE last item or like Hodge or actually a lot of stuff it could be. Just tuned in. What's the current Chinese mid-game meta? Shimmer? Yeah, Shimmer, a lot, like Lagoon. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like strongest board, right? You kind of have to play what you hit. But usually by mid-game, most people kind of have their comp figured out a bit. So it depends on what you're playing towards. Like if you're playing towards like AD, like Siphon Show You stuff, then you're gonna have your items on some kind of item holder. Either high roll the Siphon Show You early or have them on like a Yone or an Olaf or something. No IE here. We could take Tier. I like Tier a lot if we can get it. Okay, we can't get Tier. Frontline item, just Chain. Cloak. Cloak for maybe, oh wait, no, we did take Chain. Okay, cool. Lee Sin too. I mean, you want to hold this, right? Because of the, you're going to play it later with Aoshin. Have my worst gameplay session, sufferable early game just to manage to hit an okay board. Gone from D2 to D4 already. It's okay. I lost like 100 LP literally like over a few games earlier today. It happens. Okay, and we pivot here. I'm interested in why he pivots here as opposed to like not pivoting earlier. Because I always feel like, I don't know when exactly, like obviously Aoshin 2 is better than like Ezreal 1, or Ezreal 2, but like he had this board and now he has this board. He cuts the Skarner and the Ez for this. But like he could have done this last round. So I'm curious why he waits until this round to do it. It's interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, though, but what I usually do when I'm on a loose streak, I just take a break. Yeah, agreed, Checo. In your opinion, who's the best Chinese Seraphine player? Or Seth, but I assume that's Seraphine. I mean, like, I honestly haven't watched that many players. I've watched Tunga, and I've watched this guy. I've watched a little Huanmei. I mean, Chunga seems very good at it, but I feel like Chunga is just like insane. I'm interested to watch more players so that I can get a better sense. I want to watch some of the players. I found on Liquipedia the record of who did well on the Chinese Super server, and I found the guy's channel of the guy who got rank 1 on the Chinese Super server. So I'd like to VOD review some of his stuff. I don't know if I'll do it today, because I want to also play some today, probably. Hey, thanks for the follow, Miso Lucas. Okay, like, we're getting kind of shit on. Like, was it ever actually play Ezreal here until the end of the stage? I feel like it was. I feel like Ezreal actually would have killed more here because our Ashen isn't casting on these fights because our board isn't capped enough. Oh my god, it's raining. Ooh. You ever take this? Maybe it's just me, but I kind of like this a lot. The only issue here is that we don't have like you can go Shojin, but like it's a little bit low damage. I mean, we have the damage amp. It's not like really in Soul where like Zizirod is gonna make the fights last forever and he's gonna be super strong. You could also just go IE. Maybe it's just Zizirod IE Archangels, but then you can't get the you'd have to put Archangel somewhere else on like a Shyvana or something. I feel like it's gotta be this though, right? Maybe it's even Protector's Vow, or maybe you can reforge this. There's so many options in TFC. I mean, it's like IE with the extra AP, right? I don't think you need the Shojin. I think you just play for one cast and it kills the whole team with the extra damage amp from the Goldmancers. Especially with the AP from the Goldmancers, you just go IE. And then probably Archangels and it goes on like a Shyvana. Okay, I would take this though. Okay, he rerolls it. Oh shit, thank you for the sub, Checo. Thank you. I mean, I definitely think it's a reasonable reroll. Archangels here? I mean, this seems insane, actually. Archangel's Declaw Shroud? Yeah, this seems really, really good. Okay. It might be that I'm overrating Radiant Zizirot, or it could also be that, like what I was talking about, just like having some form of, just having Archangels is so good. I mean, Radiant Archangel's too good. What? What did we just reforge? I mean, Ionic isn't that good. I'm really happy with these. I mean, forging the static makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised reforges the glove. I really like Shroud here. What do we end up hitting as our component? Sword? Isn't that way worse? And we hit like a Shojin, but what are we gonna do with that now? Roll once. We have to. Oh yeah, the JG. I mean, the JG can go on Shyvana later. It's a much better item here than the Shojin. I like the sub sound effects. Hell yeah. I like it too. I mean, yeah, I set it up. Okay, we have 100 gold here, but we're kind of dying. All right, we level almost all the way, and we're just gonna send it, right? Yep, it's good. Almost Shyvana too. Oh, we're low. Yeah, you definitely hold the Terra. Question 2, very good. We can sell all this to play in Shyvana. I mean, this is just the board that you play like pretty much every time, or at least a lot of the time. We get items down. It's just gonna be the JG is gonna go on Shiv. This looks good. You could think about QSS on Itis. I mean, this is probably fine. I mean, surely it's... Do we ever lose this fight? Oh my god, we do. And suddenly this game is so fucked. I mean, the problem is because like we're kind of like down an item. Oh my god. I mean, you have to roll with these two pairs, right? You can even hold this. Okay, you have Terra. Sell this. We have 11 gold. Like we're kind of down an entire item. We're also kind of like up an augment, but like, oh, I don't know. This is such an interesting game, but like, actually, you're like in danger of bot 4ing this game, even though the opener seems so insane. But like, we lost so much of stage 4. I wonder if there's something we could have done better. I wonder if even the Ezreal was actually better. I mean, still we were going like fast 9, and our board's insane. I mean, it's not bad. Oof. Well, wait, we have the Sunfire frontline. I mean, Morel is a really good item, but like, it's just Warmogs, right? At this point, you should give Terra the Hex over the Shiv. Oh yeah, I would definitely say so. I'm actually surprised they're not. That's a good question, actually. Also, what's up, Violet? I mean, yeah, it's a Terra too, surely. And I mean, unless you're afraid that Shiv is gonna get one shot, which maybe she will. I'm actually interested in that. Why doesn't he give it to Terra? I mean, part of the issue is that, like, it'll mean Terra's gonna have to walk up further, but, like, I don't think that's a big enough difference to not give the damage reduction to Terra. Like, if you look at the graph, like, I mean, it's not like Shiv was gonna get one shot here. Like, look at Shiv's health bar the entire fight. Doesn't even move, because, like, she's in the air, and then she's CCing. Like, Terra's taking one more damage. I mean, she would have almost died there. I wonder if the idea is that you want it on, like, the weaker unit. Okay. I mean, there's no reason to roll any excess gold here, right? You just chill. We're feeling better soon, by the way. You've been sick quite a bit lately. I know, I got more dog. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. I went to, my cousin's having a baby, and I went to a baby shower on last weekend. And I think they had a bunch of kids there, a bunch of snotty children there, and I bet one of them came back from preschool and had some cold and gave it to me. But I'm most of the way through it, so that's good. Blue buff Shiv, the glove on Rakan to give it to Aoshin, and then the last one on Terra, I guess. You could put it on Rakan if you really want to. Yeah, okay. I don't want to greed for another item. You yucky children. Yeah, exactly. Finally somebody gets it. It's blue buff Shiv, right? You could put it on Bard as well, but I'm pretty sure it's Shiv. Just because I think it's a bit stronger. This also even seems reasonable, depending on the matchup. Oh god. Okay, that was really bad. The Aoshin got fucking targeted by the Xayah. How did that happen? Let's look at this again, because this is actually lost to positioning. Like, you look at these two team comps, there's no reason we should ever lose this fight. But we solo frontline our frontline, and then it got Zephyr'd. It's... Yeah, I mean, you just have to play around the Zephyr here. Oh my god. That's rough. That is, like, actually so rough. And, like, it's actually okay if you put Aoshin on this side, because she's gonna get Zephyr'd and the Terra's gonna walk up. Even though you would... Actually, this might not reach here. It's on this hex. I think... I feel like it does reach, but... Yeah, it looks like it would reach there. Like, if you had Aoshin over here, it'd be fine if Terra walks up, and it's fine that you get shrouded, because that just gives you more time for you to scale up your Archangels. But because we're on the wrong side, we just get absolutely pounded. But, like, they know, like, if we greed... You can only be on this side if you want to greed Banshees, because there's 3 hexes over here, where there's only 2 hexes over here. Wow, look how small our board is. Hilarious. Oh, that's such a rough fight. If you don't lose this, like, aren't you, like, easily going top 2, maybe top 1? But after losing this, now if you lose any other fight, you're just dead. So you might even go, like, 4th. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Shroud, actually. I think it would hit, but I don't know 100%. Can't tell exactly what hex it's on. I think it hits. Is there on the front? I'm trying to flip it in my head. Okay, wow, what a roll down. But yeah, you're so afraid of dying here that I think it makes sense to roll. Wouldn't even hold the Seraphine. But yeah, I think this actually makes perfect sense to, okay. I was gonna say, like, giving up the Terra spot for Shyvana and Terra makes perfect sense. But okay, I guess not. Because, like, usually Aoshin is not going to be the first unit to die in these fights. It depends on the matchup, though. Wow. Wait, we lost this? There's no way. Okay. Wait. Oh my god. Okay, I was gonna say, holy shit, that fight was close. Prep, Better Together, Cybernetic Shell. Everything's 2-starred. Brave says Edge of Night BT this. We have 2 Zeeks. It's not even Seraphine 3. Oh shit. Somebody hosted somebody. Okay. I'm shocked that this fight's that close. We even CC their entire team with both ults. I mean, sure, our spot's, like, not that illegally good, but, like, I feel like this fight fight should be way less close than this. Like, if we didn't have that that Ornn item on Itis, don't we lose that? Holy crap. Okay. But it's top 3 now. You still roll every round to get the reckless spending. Oh shit, thank you for the sub, Zunal. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's called Pay to Win now, actually. We didn't dodge the Zephyr again, but we managed to frontline this guy, which is really good. Oh wait. Yeah. This is our ghost fighting them, it looks like. We win this? Okay. And this is our real fight against Ezreal Reroll. Wow, this is Ezreal Reroll. I wish I could watch this guy. This is the guy who I think went first in the entire tournament. This guy C. But I tried to find his stream and I can't find it. I really wish I could. Because, like, I mean, they're going third, maybe second, maybe first with Ezreal Reroll. And they ended up winning... I think there's like 2 groups of the LCQ. I don't know exactly how it works. I mean, you can roll your gold below 80, but no need to roll past that. I would even roll one more time here, honestly. I think Rakan 2 is better than 2 AP. But I wouldn't roll deeper than that. Ooh, we get Shrouded. There's also Last Stand. Which I don't know if they had before. Okay, but I like the positioning much more this time. It's still kind of rough versus like a Xayah comp. Not a Shroud. I mean, our board's so good. We're at 14? We're in top 2 here, right? Maybe top 1. Could end up being a double kill, actually. No, looks like it's not. Okay, top 2, though. And now we just... Which person is alive? I didn't get to see. Oh, there's Rakan 2. Awesome. And we have 90 gold. Holy moly. Spot ended up so good. It's the Ezreal player? We just have to not get... Actually, like, honestly, getting Zephyred is kind of okay. I mean, you'd prefer the Rakan to get Zephyred, right? Oh, nice little swap there. But they ended up swapping to the Shiv, which is actually quite annoying. Like, I don't actually really care that much if Aushin gets Zephyred, but Shiv getting Zephyred is annoying. It looks like our comp's too capped, right? Yeah. Awesome. All right, it's a first. All right. That was a really cool game to review. I hope you guys enjoyed this VOD review. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Check my Twitch down below. Thank you.